Hello, welcome to the Greenview Talk podcast. Today we will discuss the article Waterways in São Paulo, the Forgotten Route to Logistics Decarbonization, written by me, Rafael Possik, and by my great friends Fernando Pinheiro Pedro and Helder Stapait. Waterways in São Paulo, the Forgotten Route to Logistics Decarbonization. The climate crisis demands more than promises. It requires structural reconfiguration. In the context of Brazilian logistics, the excessive dependence on road transport, responsible for over 60% of cargo movement, represents not only an economic bottleneck, but also a vector of emissions that compromises environmental goals and national competitiveness. In São Paulo, the state with the highest GDP in the country, the lack of a robust policy for waterway integration is a strategic contradiction. The recent concession of the Paraguay River Waterway, connecting Corumbá MS to the Paraguay-Paraná Waterway, revives a golden opportunity to connect the interior of São Paulo to a continental river network that reaches the ports of Argentina and Uruguay, with significant logistical and environmental gains. The environmental equation: less carbon, more efficiency. The waterway transport mode is, by definition, the most energy efficient per ton of cargo transported. Sector studies indicate that for every ton kilometer, waterway transport emits about 4 to 6 grams of CO2, compared to 75 to 90 grams for road transport and 20 to 30 grams for rail. A partial substitution of land transport with navigable waterways could reduce the carbon footprint of São Paulo's logistics chain by up to 80%. Especially in the flow of grains, ores, and industrial inputs. Furthermore, river transport has a lower accident rate, less infrastructure wear, and greater cost predictability. In a scenario of energy transition and pressure for ESG, these attributes are no longer just operational advantages, but have become market demands. Interconnection with the Paraguay-Paraná Waterway, a continental logistics bridge. The Paraguay-Paraná Waterway is one of the largest in the world, with over 3,400 kilometers of navigable routes. Its connection with Brazil primarily occurs via Corumbá, but integration with São Paulo is feasible through intermodal terminals in Presidente Epitácio, Panorama, and other points in the western part of the state. The construction of logistics corridors that connect these terminals to the state's producing regions via short-distance rail or road would allow São Paulo's cargo to reach the South Atlantic without passing through Santos, reducing port costs and transit time. This interconnection also favors regional integration with Mercosur, expanding market access and strengthening cross-border production chains. In a world where logistics is increasingly synonymous with economic sovereignty, São Paulo cannot afford to ignore its rivers. The political and institutional challenge, the absence of a state-level waterway policy, reveals an institutional vacuum. While states like Mato Grosso and Pará are making progress with waterway concessions and investments, São Paulo remains stuck in a 20th century road-centric mindset. The state government, in coordination with the federal government and the private sector, must formulate a master plan for waterways, with clear goals for decarbonization, modal integration, and attracting investments. The concession of the Paraguay River Waterway is a regulatory milestone that can serve as a model, but without political will and strategic vision, it will remain a wasted opportunity. Conclusion: to navigate is essential. The transition to a low-carbon logistics system will not be made with electric trucks or carbon offsets alone. It will be made with structural choices. Among them, the reactivation and expansion of São Paulo's waterways are among the most urgent and promising. It is time for São Paulo to look at its rivers not as borders, but as corridors to the future. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Activate the notification bell. Share your opinion in the comments, and share it with your friends, as this helps us reach more people who are willing to listen and learn. See you soon, in our next video.